Over the years, Halo has lost something core to its success. Something so vital, yet overlooked by the developers and the fans alike. We're talking about the horror element of Halo. Now, some of you might say, Halo's not a horror game, and you're right, it's not. But it does have horror elements that are crucial to the story and atmosphere of it. And with the rating of Halo 5 being T, I'm worried this element might have been forgotten. Certain people think that ratings don't really mean anything. This is due to a panel voting on the rating, and the perception of something that was M 15 years ago could be T due to the social change taking place over time. This is completely true, and cursing is an example of this, but we aren't talking about cursing or the killing of aliens, we're talking about the Flood. Halo's horror has always come from the Flood and its thirst for all sentient life. In the original games, you have an encounter and a perilous fight against this overwhelming enemy. Each Halo has distinct settings, whether it's C's weapons facility, 2's quarantine zone, or 3's high charity, yet all manage to set a unanimous tone. Since Halo Infinite is attempting to be CE's spiritual reboot, let's take a look into the horror setting and tone of the first Halo game. After losing contact with Captain Keyes, you head to his last known location, the so-called weapons facility on the ring. You sight the captain's Pelican, wedged between the water and the rock. A transmission sounds off.
Hold out, please. I will send this message to repeat at intervals. Dropship Victor 933, clear.
A structure sharply protrudes from the surface. Leading to an elevator that goes one way, down. Hesitating, you hit the button and plummet into a dark, silent shaft, losing contact with your ride out. What's said to be a weapons facility feels like a concrete prison. Regardless, you push forward, inside a residue dripping from the ceiling. Something's not right, you think to yourself. What weapon could be here? Shortly after, you stumble upon a tunnel covered in blood from floor to ceiling. Whatever weapon this is, it sure is a nasty one. Where's the captain and his squad? Surely some personnel should.
Stay back! Stay back! You're not turning me into one of those things! I'll blow your brains out! Get away from me! Ah! Ah! Don't touch me, you freaks! I won't be like you, I'll die first! Find your own hiding place, the monsters are everywhere! They did! Ah! Just leave me alone!
At this point, you have no clue what is going on, and that makes it twice as scary. But you keep pushing forward through one final blood-covered tunnel to this. From this, Halo's truth is unraveled, its tension established, and its atmosphere produced. All the player knew up until this point was that Halo might be a Death Star or planet destroyer. This mission completely changed the story, We go from a beautiful lush ring to blood-covered tunnels, collective biomasses, and soldiers reduced in psychosis, leaving the player with a sense of, whoa. Because of this horror, we are immediately able to distinguish a larger threat than the Covenant, something much more sinister. The Pandora's box of Halo was open, and had to be dealt with. No longer were we tasked with finding the captain and getting off this ring. Now we had to find out how to defeat this enemy. Shortly after the mission, we learned that Halo was built to destroy the Flood, and that all we had to do was fight through a labyrinth filled with enemies, retrieve an activation index, and fire the Halo ring. Sounds easy, right? Well, turns out Halo doesn't just kill the Flood, it kills their food. This includes every sentient being in the entire galaxy. Oh. Shit. So now the whole thing became a galactic threat, meaning every life in the entire galaxy was in your hands and your hands alone. You see, without the Flood, Halo lacks purpose. It's been interesting watching you tackle Halo campaigns over the years, and you've grown a lot, but I have to say, the conflicts have felt lackluster. Take Halo 4 for example. Instead of the Flood, we fought the Didact, and instead of Halo, it was the Composer. The threat was the Didact composing Earth, which don't get me wrong, that's a large conflict, but compare it with the galactic threat of the Flood or a Halo ring, it's minuscule in scale. Halo 5 was the furthest you strayed from the path, and it was painful to see you separate from core Halo values. Halo is a mystic sci-fi horror, and the threat of Cortana just doesn't ascend to that level. I respect the decision to try something different, but not relying on established lore like ODST and Reach is a risky move. Although both games didn't have a Halo ring nor the Flood, they still managed to set a dark tone that kept the player interested. Reach decides to show you how completely screwed you are in the first 3 minutes of the game, making the player want to find out how we get screwed. ODST puts us in the events of New Mombasa during Halo 2's campaign, allowing us to see a side of a fight we never got to experience. These games had a sense of maturity with the player, one focused on the death and inevitable defeat of the UNSC, the other focusing on the last bastion of hope being lost. Halo 5 lacked that maturity, especially with the T rating. Halo is supposed to be dark, horrifying, and tragic, not allowing it to be as a disservice to its fans and the genre. Though your journey has been tumultuous, it seems you're on the horizon of a great victory. For over a decade, we haven't returned to a Halo ring, and to see you finally take us back with Infinite makes me proud to be a fan. However, with the Halo ring comes great responsibility. It's crucial that the Flood make a return and not in a T-rated way. Make us scared, make us desperate, and give us the courage to save the galaxy one last time. Hey guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. I hope you enjoyed it. What's your take on horror being in Halo? Do you think it should have a front seat or be put off to the side? Let me know in the comments down below. Sorry for any audio or video troubles. This is my first video, so I'll be learning as I go. Huge shout out to everybody on the Akatsuki Discord. Thank you for your motivation and support for content creation. Without your perspectives, this would have been a whole different mess. If you're interested in joining the Discord, links down in the description below. Be sure to come check it out and meet everybody. I'll try to upload multiple videos a week, so be sure to subscribe, and as always, make sure to have a great day. Peace out.